Hi, this short tutorial video will show you how to access Banner Student Self-Service and search and register for courses using your registration PIN number. We'll also show you how to view your class schedule, utilize the Advanced Class Search feature, and access the Registration Plan Ahead feature. Finally, we'll take you through some common registration error messages, explain how the waitlist feature works, and show you how to drop a class. Let's go ahead and get started. Banner is our student information system. That's where you're going to register for classes, view your class schedule, check your grades, and request transcripts. First, let's show you how to access Banner from the main UMW website. Once you go to umw.edu, you can select Menu on the upper right-hand side. You'll then scroll down and select Email under Quick Access. Then you'll notice the Banner icon on the upper left-hand side. Select that, and then select Banner SSB. Now you may notice that my Banner self-service page looks a little bit different than yours, but that's okay, it works the same way. On the upper left-hand side, you're going to select that little waffle icon. You're going to select Banner, Student, Student Profile, and then scroll down, and on your lower left-hand side, select Registration and Planning. Let's select Register for Classes. And for today's tutorial purposes, we're going to be registering for classes for the spring 2026 semester. And you'll notice a little field there for an alternate PIN number. All undergraduate students and Master of Education students must meet with an advisor before registering for their fall and spring classes. After you meet with your advisor, you will be given a registration PIN number. Make note of this PIN number because you will need it anytime you make a change to your schedule. These numbers cannot be retrieved through Banner self-service or from the registrar's office, so make sure you receive yours from your advisor after you met with them to discuss your schedule. So I met with my advisor, I jotted down my PIN number, I put it in a safe place, and now I can easily enter it onto the screen before moving forward. I select Continue, and I am ready to register for classes. So the first class I want to take is Accounting 101. So I can find that simply by typing in accounting for my subject, 101 for my course number, and I can select search. And this information here is really helpful because from left to right, you can see the name of the course, you can see the subject, the course number, the section number, how many credit hours it's worth, the instructor, the meeting times, and also if there are still seats left. So there are still seats available in Accounting 101 Section 01. I select Add on the right side, and you'll notice a little shopping cart appears in the lower right-hand side with this course in pending status. So there's 4 other courses I want to register for, so I hit the Search Again feature, and now I want to find Computer Science 110. So type in Computer Science, type in the course number, select Search. I know I want to take Section 01. There are still spots left. I select Add, and that's also added to my shopping cart on the lower right-hand side. Time for my third course, which is Sociology 155. So I begin typing in Sociology 155, select Search. I'm going to take Section 01 that meets on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. Another helpful part of the screen is that Gen Ed designations column, because that might show you what general education designations a course might carry. So for example, Social 155 would qualify for a diverse and global perspective Gen Ed requirement. So I select Add, it's added to my shopping cart. I select Search again so I can go on to my 4th course, which is English 202 M1, and I want to take Section 2 of this course. So I scroll down and there it is. And I am going to select Add. Great, and that's also in my little shopping cart there. So I have one more course I want to add to my spring schedule, and that's Economics 201B. So you're probably getting the hang of this at this point. Economics 201B, and I select Search, and the first section is full. But there is an online section. So I'm going to try out an online course. There are still spots left in it, so I am going to select Add, and that's my 5th and final course. They're all in my shopping cart down here, and I can select Submit. And you will notice that the web registered status hopefully changes to something that indicates success. Great, there it is. Every course has changed to a registration status, registered. And if you go to the left-hand side, and select Schedule Details. Now you can confirm all the courses that you registered for and all the information about that course, where it meets, the times, the locations, the instructors, everything you need to know. A really convenient feature in Banner Self-Service is the ability to email yourself a copy of your schedule so that you can add it to your Outlook calendar. So from the Register for Classes page, select the Schedule and Options tab, and on the far right-hand side, you can select the little email icon. Now, it will default to your UMW email address, but feel free to send it to your personal email address if you'd like to do that as well. I'm going to send it, and then I'm going to hop over to my Outlook, and I'm going to notice that I just got an email with my schedule, and it'll have an attachment on it, an ICS file. From the drop-down, you can simply select Add to Calendar. It'll take a couple of seconds to import. Then you get your little confirmation message that it was added to your calendar. Go over to your calendar, and now you're going to be able to see all of your classes on your calendar, which will make it really easy to manage your time. While you can certainly search for courses during your registration planning process by discipline or course number like we just showed you, or simply selecting search and pulling up the 1,000+ sections we offer each fall and spring semester, it might make life a little easier for you if you use the advanced search function. So let's say, for example, you're trying to find a course that carries a digital intensive Gen Ed designation. So if you go to the advanced search function, you can go to the Gen Ed Other Designations field and type in Digital Intensive. And once you select that and select Search, it will pull up all the sections of courses that would carry the Digital Intensive Gen Ed designation. Let's say you're looking for a course with a particular instructional method. Maybe you want to take an online course with asynchronous meetings. So in the Instructional Methods field, you can choose that option, Online with Asynchronous Meetings. Select Search, and that will only pull up the courses that are meeting online in an asynchronous manner. Let's say you're looking to take a course in a particular part of term, because in addition to our 16-week courses, we have a first 8-week session and a second 8-week session each fall and spring semester. So you could go to the Advanced Search feature, you can scroll down a little bit and find the part of term. So when you go to that field, let's just look for courses that are offered in the second 8 weeks. And once we select that and we select Search, it will only pull up courses that are being offered in the second 8 weeks of the spring semester. So that's a really helpful feature. Additionally, each course has a CRN number. That's short for Course Registration Number. So you may also want to register for classes just by entering in the CRN number. So very simple. Just select the Enter CRN tabs, and if you know the CRN number, you can enter it in right there, add to summary, and you'll notice that course will come down right at the bottom into our shopping cart before we submit it for registration. Let's take a moment to go over some common registration error messages that students sometimes receive. For example, you might receive a prerequisite error message from time to time. And a prerequisite is a course or courses that need to be successfully passed before moving on to, say, a more advanced course in that field. So for example, maybe you want to take the course Sociology 355. So you type in Sociology, you type in 355, you search for what sections might be available, and you get excited because you see Section 01 has some open spots left in it. You select Add, you select Submit, hoping for success, but instead you see a prerequisite and test score error message. So what does that mean? So if you hit OK here, and you click on the title of the course, and you go to prerequisite, it will tell you what course you need to take first before being allowed to take Social 355. So let's remove this from our shopping cart. And let's say that you want to take Spanish 101. Very popular course. So often these courses will fill up quickly. So you're looking for the sections of Spanish 101, and maybe you don't notice this big red exclamation point, and you don't realize that the class is full. So you select Add, and you select Submit, and you see very quickly that this class is closed. And in that instance, you may reach out to the instructor to ask for a closed class permission, but that is totally up to the discretion of the instructor based on a variety of reasons. So those are probably the two most common registration errors that students receive. Others may include permission instructor, where you have to reach out to the instructor to request permission to register for a course, or you may see closed reserved, and that's when a class may have open seats, but they are reserved for a particular cohort of students. Or you might see open reserved for waitlist, which means that a class may look open, but it's actually using a waitlist, and a student on the waitlist is currently in the process of registering for the course. Speaking of waitlist, let's talk about how that feature works in Banner Student Self-Service. Some courses utilize the waitlist feature in Banner. Let's say you were searching for a course that was full, but utilized the waitlist feature. You would notice that in the status column. It's a full course. All 17 seats are full, but you'll notice a row for waitlist seats, and 10 of 10 of those remain. So when you go to add, while you could certainly hit submit when it says web registered, you'll get an error message. It'll say closed. 0 students are waitlisted. So this means that the class is closed, but there's no one currently on the waitlist. So select OK, change this action to waitlisted, select submit, and now you are officially waitlisted in the course. And you'll notice that on the left-hand side, if you go to your schedule details, you're not officially registered for the course, but you are waitlisted for it. The best practice is to check your UMW email a couple of times a day if you're on a waitlist, because if someone drops the course and you are next on the waitlist, an email will automatically be sent to your UMW account notifying you that you now have 48 hours to register for the course. If you miss this window, you will be removed from the waitlist entirely. Hence, it's really important to check your UMW email on a regular basis. And it's also important to keep that registration PIN number handy, because sometimes time is of the essence and you'll want to be able to get right into your registration to change that from a waitlisted option to a registered option. A great feature in Banner Self-Service to save you some time during the registration process is the Plan Ahead feature. So you met with your advisor, you decided on what classes you want to take, and you're waiting for your registration window to open up. During that time, you can create a plan of a mock schedule to be ready to go when your advanced registration window opens up. So select Plan Ahead, select the semester in which you're planning for, which in this case is spring 2026, select Continue, select Create a New Plan, and now you can choose the courses you want to add to your plan. So I'm going to find that Accounting 101 course that I want to take. I select View Sections. I know I want to take Section 1 that meets at 9:30 on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I add that to my plan. And you'll notice once I select Add, on the lower right hand side, it's added to my basket of courses. So now I'm going to go back to the search results, search again, and now I'm going to find the second class I want to plan to take, Computer Science 110, select Search, select View Sections. I know I want to take Section 1 that meets at 11 o'clock on Tuesday and Thursdays. I select Add on the right hand side, and that's also in my little shopping cart down there. So I go back to my search results, search again. Now I'm going to find the third course I want to take this spring, and that is Sociology 155. I know I want to take Section 1 of that. That meets on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays from 9 to 9:50. I add that to my plan. So you're probably getting the hang of this now. It's pretty simple. Go into my fourth course, which is going to be English 202 M1. Select Search, View Sections. I know I want to take Section 2 of this, so that is the one that meets Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays at 10 o'clock. I add that to my plan. I go back, and now I'm going to find the economics course that I want to take, and that is Econ 201B. And this course, I wanted to take the online section, which is Section 02. Notice it says online right there. And I'm going to add that to my plan. I want to show you what would happen, though, if you added a course that would give you a registration error when it comes time to register. So I'm going to go back, and I'm going to add a course to my plan that I'm not eligible to take because I haven't taken the prereq yet. And that would be Soc 355. So I see it there, a few sections. I want to take section 1, I add it to my plan. It's going to let you do that. Now all 6 courses are down here, and I can save my plan. And name it something creative like Spring 2026 Plan. Great, save that. And now you've saved your plan, you're waiting for your registration window to open up. When that morning comes, you can go back to the registration page, select Register for Classes. Notice it's still going to ask you for your PIN, so I put it in a safe place, I memorized it, and I'm ready to go. Enter that in, select Continue, and I'm going to select the tab Plans. And there's my plan. I give it a once over, make sure that these are the classes I want to take, and then I select Add All. They all go into the shopping cart down here, and I select Submit, and within a few seconds, you're going to see the results. So, okay, great. So I got into all the courses I was expecting to get into, those first 5 ones, but that 6th course that I knew that I wasn't going to get into, but I wanted to show you for the purposes of showing you what would happen is I got that error message. I can go to the course and say, hey, what is the prerequisite that I need to take? Soch 105, I get it. That's why I can't take that. And then if I want to go do some more research on another course to take, I can do that after the fact, but at least I got into the majority of my courses. So the Plan Ahead feature is something really great to use after you've met with your advisor and you've gotten your registration PIN number. Create this plan of the courses you wish to take, and this way when your advanced registration window opens up, you can go right in, save a lot of time by just adding all the courses from your plan, submitting it, and hopefully getting registered for the classes that you wish to take. So to wrap up, this tutorial video has hopefully shown you how to access Banner, search and register for classes, view your class schedule, utilize the advanced search feature, understand common registration errors that students sometimes receive, learn about how the waitlist feature works, and also how to access and utilize the Plan Ahead feature. Lastly, we'd like to show you how to drop a course. For example, if you should ever need to drop a course, you can go right back into the registration portal, and on the lower right-hand side, when you're looking at the courses that you're registered for, you can choose the one you would like to drop, and you can take action on the lower right-hand side. So in this case, I've decided I want to drop my Principle of Macroeconomics course. So I find that on the lower right-hand side, and I change this to Drop Web. I select Submit, and now you'll notice that I went from 15 registered credits to 12, and that course has been deleted from my upcoming spring semester schedule. On the left-hand side, if you look at the Schedule tab, you can kind of see like a calendar week at a glance feature, where you'll see how your week is going to be mapped out. So I have 2 courses on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, and I have 2 classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And if I select the Schedule Details tab, that'll be even more details about my courses. And this is always good to review to make sure that you are in the courses that you wish to take. And this has the title of the course, the section number, the time and days it meets, the location, and the instructor. So always give that a once over. Make sure you're in the classes that you wish to take. Lastly, though, never hesitate to reach out to our office, the registrar's office. We are located on the 2nd floor in Lee Hall. You can email us at registrar@umw.edu, or you can call us at 540-654-1063.